Hey everyone, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. Tonight we're talking Six on the History Channel. It's our season finale episode called Endgame, and tonight, live in studio, we have the very talented actress Nadine Velazquez, who plays Jackie Ortiz on the show. Yes, stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Just saying.
Nadine is here.
Yes.
Not Nadine. Nadine.
Nadine.
I was trying to be super cool about it. That was it. Welcome everybody, AFTERBUZZ TV. We are live here.
We're live. Did you hear the song? Did you hear the song I chose?
It's very romantic.
We've come to the end of the road.
A lot of romantic things happen tonight, and then a lot of not romantic things happen tonight on the show.
I'm so sad we're at the end of the road. Dan, it's been a good 8
It's been
episodes.
a pleasure working with you, Sally.
It's been awesome.
Speaking of my name is Daniel Lindgren. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Dan Lindgren. Over to my girl, Sally.
What's up, guys? You know what it is. Franceli here. And you can catch me on all things at Sally Hangout. I had to roll my R's because, you know,
Nadine, you're up.
You here.
Give a shout out, Nadine, right here to this camera.
Hi, I'm Nadine Velazquez from Six.
Where can we follow you on Instagram and Twitter?
Oh, you can follow me by my name. It's Nadine Velazquez, and that's 2 Z's, no S's.
All right, yeah, no S's. Get out of there with the S's.
Come on, y'all.
Right.
Hey, how was the cast party, Nadine?
Cast party was really fun. It's on my Instagram story, so you can catch a little bit there.
We're going to turn your mic a little bit for
Yes, no problem. I'll just position
Give
this
us,
here.
give us the deets of the. Put the song back on and give us the deets of the cast party.
How was the cast party?
How was it?
Cast party was fine. We were all together. We were live tweeting and we were hooting and hollering while we were watching our show, even though we know exactly what was going to happen
Right.
and
Yes.
how it was going to end. It was
Jeez.
still very chilling and exciting because we see each other's performances and we're very supportive of each other.
We were warned last week it was going to be a cliffhanger, and boy, was it a cliffhanger.
Man.
Yeah.
When I tell you that Edwin and Nandu we were trying to get the juice out of them so bad. I was like,
Want to squeeze the juice?
Just tell me what's gonna happen. No,
tell you.
they didn't give me a peep. They didn't give me
Not
nada.
even that cute smile.
They didn't give me nada. No. I was trying to get them to fall into the gap and like do a whole thing, but no.
Oh my God,
They weren't ready. They weren't ready.
Now, Nadine, I don't know if you know this, but you are my cast crush.
Yeah?
Now, I don't know
Yes.
if do you know what that means?
That means that out of the cast of 6, you pick a crush, and
Right.
I was your crush.
We have a weekly crush, and we would update it every week. And somehow, my update tended to be you.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God! Every time you come on the screen, Dan's like, there she goes.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Is your favorite color orange?
Because I wear a lot of orange.
Yeah.
in the
Why do
show.
they always put you in orange?
They put me in bright, festive colors.
You know, she's a Latina.
And I think, orange was like the color that I was always in. You're right.
No, I just noticed
Like a
because
red,
you're my cast. It's my
orange.
job as your,
Show crush.
show
to pay
crush
attention
to pay
everything
attention.
you do.
Yeah.
Just like she memorized all the hairs all over Bear's body. She knows
That
every
is
single
so not
every
true.
hair.
That is so not true.
You do. You know how many hairs he has on his face.
I don't know anything about Bear
He has
except
2,500.
She knows as well.
who's your
doubles on
show
his hair.
crush?
Yeah.
Who's your show crush?
Who do you like?
Dun, dun, dun.
Like, I mean, we obviously you have a boyfriend in real life, but we mean
right,
just
right.
like for fun.
Yeah, just like the show. Who's your show crush?
Yeah. When you're working with, you're like, man, if I was single, I like this guy.
That's too much now. I can't. I
What?
can't-
What?
you can't-
That's
you
too
can't-
much?
You
I
can't
can't
phrase
answer.
it
These
like
men
that.
are
God.
married. They're married men in real life.
we
I can't
don't
go
covet.
saying that,
We
and then I
don't.
go to work, and then they know
Right.
that I said that. I can't.
Oh, all right. Who do you was like most huggable then? That's not that bad. That's
Who's
nice.
the most
I mean, I
huggable?
will say that I found my TV husband, Juan Pablo Raba, very, very, very attractive, charming,
Right.
engaging. It was very easy to act opposite him.
That's how Brienne was. Brienne was like, "Bear's my guy.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's my
so
show
that's-
husband." So
he's
that's a
my
good
guy.
good call.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good pick.
I mean,
like
every
Juan.
time he's on the screen, I feel excited and happy that he's I feel like he's my husband.
Yeah.
I like Juan.
Yeah. You were cast in Prison Break and then not on the show. You were like Sucre's girlfriend. You were supposed to play that role. Am I right?
Yes, I was cast in Prison Break, and I actually did the pilot.
That's one of my favorite shows. So I was
Yes.
like, wow, why? How do I not know what character she is? And then I was like, oh, she didn't actually do it.
Well,
or you
no,
did
no,
the
no,
pilot.
I did it. I did the pilot, and then it was a recurring role. And
Right.
after I shot that, I had an audition for My Name Is Earl, and that was a series regular. So
Oh, so hold on. So when I watch if I go rewatch the pilot of Prison Break, it's you.
No,
And then it
they
turns
had
to the
to-
other
they
girl.
had
They
to-
refilmed it. Okay, that's what I thought.
They refilmed it.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say I would have remembered if it was you, and you'd have probably been an orange as well. So. No, not in Prison Break.
an orange.
Not in
No,
orange.
that's Orange is the
Guys-
Black.
guys
Different show.
were-
Making
orange.
jokes here, guys. We're not
Different.
picking them up. It's okay. All right. I'm a huge fan of Back to the Future, and you worked with Robert Zemeckis in the movie Flight, correct?
Yes, I'm so glad you didn't say it. And you were in Back to the Future. Because I was going to be like, Dan, there's
Yes,
3
you were.
strikes.
You
We're
played
out.
You played
I'm
a.
out of the studio.
You played a toddler in the movie, then Back to the Future, if that's the case. But yes,
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Robert Zemeckis' Flight.
you're not gonna give me any cool details. Like, what was he like to work with?
Work with who? With
Robert. With Robert, having him, he was giving you direction, I assume, and fun stuff like
You know, he's there was a level and an air of you just better know your shit.
that. Oh man,
And I should never ever have to tell you what to do. In the air. That was in the air.
that was in the air.
And it was a very respectable cast and crew, and I just felt like I had up-leveled a million, %. And so the scenes that were on the plane and were emotional and designated for a very traumatic experience of like a plane falling, like that, he just really gave me permission to take my time with all of that. So whatever I needed to conjure up, whatever tears I needed to have, he didn't push, didn't say hurry, like never. He just respected that, and it was like really sweet. I loved working with him.
All right, before we get into the actual episode, let's get into your character, Jackie Ortiz. Episode tonight, super sassy with everyone. I was loving it. It was
Oh my
great.
gosh.
Like,
Oh my
you gave everybody a hard time. Your husband, Bear, I don't know, a random animal. You just give everyone a hard time on the show. It was awesome.
She was like, I'm not quitting my job.
Yeah, it was great.
And my mother's moving in.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
and,
this,
let's
and
throw
that.
a party.
And you forgot the cheese, and that banner's not hung right. Hello?
You know, Latinas,
Ricky.
we're bossy.
Yeah.
Okay, we run. She runs the show. We know who really wears the pants, and even the guys on Team 6 know.
Oh,
that
yeah, Jackie's in charge.
Jackie runs the show.
Yeah, yeah. So how did you like playing like that sassy character and stuff like that? And is that even the right word to use there for what you're doing there?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say that's accurate. So the creator of the show is William Broyles and his son David Broyles, and William wrote Castaway. So and David's a brilliant writer as well. So I got to meet Bill's family, and so when I went for my audition and I read this role, I was very excited because I have been wanting to play like a very independent, like a very strong woman who with a lot of heart. So I've decided that I'm gonna bring heart to a lot of my characters.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have that balance between being very tough but with a heart, right?
Yeah.
And so that was a choice that I made because I saw indication there of how much she loved her husband, especially in like the first, the pilot episode. And I made a choice to make her very just incredibly bossy.
Yeah. Fun.
Because of the difference. Like he's a boss on the battlefield, and I want him to be clueless when he comes home. So I really wanted to show that was that huge gap between us, or the different, that I got to wear the pants.
Yeah.
And they loved it, obviously. And when I was shooting, I got to meet everybody's family. And Bill, the creator, would laugh all the time. And he'd be like, "You have no idea." And then he'd walk away. And I'd be like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Wait till you meet my wife. Wait till you meet my wife."
Oh my god.
And so
Spitting
he
image.
actually wrote this character with his wife in mind.
Oh, very
That's
nice.
hilarious.
And so he was just stunned at like so many of the things that I did that she actually does.
Wow.
And
So
that's
she's
one
the boss.
of the things that he says to me all the time. So
Yeah.
he's like, so that's what it is. She's the boss.
There it is.
That's amazing. What was the audition process like? I always like to know that. Like, tell me, like, how did we get from that call from your agent, like, oh, you're going in for this role, to like sitting at the table read?
Right.
Well, apparently, I wasn't even going to be considered for this role with casting. I wasn't asked to be on the original casting, but I had hired a new manager, and a manager that it's actually Jane the Virgin's manager.
Nice.
And he'd pursued me, and I remember watching Tony Robbins. I think I had gone to a Tony Robbins seminar, and Tony Robbins said, if you want to get to where you're going, you have to go to the people who specialize in what you want. Like, find the masters of where you want to be and see how they do it, and ask questions. So at that time, I wasn't sure if I was going to make the switch, because I had just signed with another manager and I didn't want to be unloyal, and I wasn't sure. And then after that seminar, I was like, wait a minute. David has all these Latinas, and he knows how to do this. Way back to Jennifer Lopez, when he used to represent her a long time ago. And I said, this is the switch. I'm going to make it. So when I made it with him, he told me, we're going to change your career. We're going to start taking you on a different path. Do you trust me? And I said, absolutely. And that was the first audition that I got. And he called, when he got it, he called casting. He's like, you need to see Nadine. And they were like, no, we weren't considering her. And he said, no, you need to see Nadine, and you need to bring her into your producer session. So I went straight to the producers, and it was like immediate.
Shout out to this manager.
It was a great beginning to our relationship, and I was the first client in the management company, because they had bets that I won the bet, because they had a bet on me that I would book the first pilot.
And there you did, and you did.
I love that story. See, that's why I asked that question. It's such a good story. Ooh.
They have you outside waiting for Buddha to get home, like in the rain with an umbrella. Like, why?
But mind you,
look out the window through the mini blinds.
She wasn't wearing orange.
He could have been killed, and he's coming home.
Yeah, but how long were your character out there for?
Wait. Side note. She was not wearing orange. She was wearing red, which is so timely because it's International Women's Day.
Yes.
Shout out to all the women.
Congratulations, wonderful stuff. But I'm just saying, I was,
wear red today.
It must have been, my head was still from that bathing suit from last episode was orange, so my head was there.
God.
I'm so sorry.
He was
oh my God,
overwhelmed
that's true.
with this bathing suit, honey. He was like, oh.
The bathing suit was a little much.
It was a little much.
I thought so on the thing. I was like, a lot, Jackie.
There's a lot going on over there.
You mean your cast members didn't tell you how much we were talking about you last week on the after show?
Nope.
No. She is live on Instagram right now. If anybody wants to jump on there, if you're watching right now.
Right.
But if you watch this tomorrow, then I'm just wasting my breath. Because it won't matter. But you could it'll still be on there though, right? You can go.
Live. Once it's over, it's over.
Oh, it's over. It's so done. Okay, let's get. Oh, one more thing about you and your character tonight. You say that you want him to go back and stay on the SEAL team,
which was a shocker to me.
Me too. What's that about?
Like the whole season.
Yeah.
You've been so adamant.
You're coming home. You're getting a real job.
Yeah.
Leave the team, and now you're like, I think you should stay.
Yeah. So
that's such a woman, though.
We don't ever know what we want, right?
We never know. It changes daily. It changes.
It just
changes
seems
hourly.
so ridiculous. I mean,
and sometimes
even with your daughter on the show, where she's like, I don't want to dance anymore now.
I'm not dancing.
The ladies in your family just can't make up their mind.
Can any woman make up their mind? Can you
Really?
make up your mind?
I'm in a room filled with women right now. There's women behind the. Is your dog a girl?
Yes.
Ah, I'm in a room.
There's a dog in the
There's a dog over here. There's a. Oh, she's over here now. Lift your dog. Let's have your dog join the panel real quick. Let's ask the dog a question.
Here.
Let's ask the dog
Kiki a question.
She's so cute.
Ask her anything.
We love her.
She can answer anything.
Look at her.
What's your favorite treat to have at your house?
It's chicken.
She likes chicken. Oh, very nice.
She's the cutest. We love her.
Oh, she's waving now. Wonderful.
So did you like what was? I feel like as an actor, you know, when your character goes through a shift like that, did you feel really like empowered by that moment? Because I feel like although she is the boss, at the same time, this is a power move now. You go from being a housewife to now, you know what, I'm working and I feel really good about myself. Like, I feel like that was a really great moment because even when Brienne was here, we were talking about like military wives and their role and the importance of women behind these strong men. But like, how important is it for Jackie to like now start a life of her own?
Well, I mean, I think we're gonna see that in season 2, and the whole idea of Jackie's arc was always that she wanted to go back to work. She sacrificed going to work so that he could have his career, and then when the kids got old enough, she was gonna have a shot at possibly having her career back. They made her a professional woman from the beginning. I mean, my backstory is that. And
Pharmaceutical rep or something?
Yes.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Right. So the idea of not complaining or nagging, right? But saying, okay, well, you're going to do what you want to do, and I got to take care of things while you're away. I guess I'm going to have to take care of things too, and that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, without really making a big thing about it, but just making decisions, because if you're not going to be here, then you're not going to be able to make all of the decisions. And I just love that, because I'm kind of that way. I mean, it makes sense to me to for people to have control of their own lives and their own selves, even in a relationship.
Now you
If
just
a
referred.
relationship isn't connected all the time, then that's what happens.
Now you just referred to season 2. Have you received any scripts or anything like that yet?
No.
You don't. So you don't know the storyline or what's going to be happening. None of you guys know
I know
yet.
that they're gonna keep it, or want to have more of that balance from the battlefield to home. So that'll.
That's what I want
that'll
to
be
for this
strong.
show, for sure. Yeah.
But I don't know the specifics of the story. I think they're gonna be breaking that very soon.
All right.
Ooh.
I'm ready. All
We're
right,
so ready.
let's get into the episode, shall we?
Let's do it. Oh my God. So can I talk about the heart palpitations that I went through on this episode?
You had multiple
And
ones,
I
yes.
want to tell all of our viewers of the after show how mad I am at my lead host, Dan.
Oh, come on.
Because it's like cheating on your girlfriend. Like, he watched the East Coast feed. So he watched it before me without me.
All right.
So, like, I'm over here in it, and he's just like, yeah, I've seen this already.
All right. Now, this is the only time I've ever done this, by the way. in
Dan,
8
why
weeks.
did you do that?
Like, why?
I usually work every Wednesday before, and I come right from work to here, and I was at my house, and I was, I just couldn't wait. I was that excited. So if anything, it was because I'm such a fan of the show, Nadine,
Yes.
that I'm really trying to pronounce your name
don't buy
properly.
it.
You don't buy that I'm a fan of the show?
I don't buy that. That's.
I do this show for free every week. What does that mean? I'm a fan of the show.
That's not what
I get paid $1 million to do this. That's why I do it. Right? That's why we do it? No.
We do it for the love. We
Do it for the love. That's right.
Say that one more time.
Turn the mic the other way,
Oh.
he's saying.
Why?
Got it.
Oh,
Done
I
and
thought
done.
I had it right.
We're turning them around.
Done and done.
There we go. A little more. We got it.
Shows you how much I know.
That's all right.
Usually when you sing, like you. I'm not saying.
Okay, so let's get into the show. Michael becomes. He's like, I am Amir now. Like he's the guy.
Mutaki is dead.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
let's
like the
hold on.
biggest thing.
All
like,
right. How come? I know that Rip is being deprived of food and stuff. How come it took him so long to take down Mutaki? I thought he was gonna bang, but I guess they had to make it good for the show.
No, we
Rip is
need
like
to-
the man.
We need a fight scene.
He destroyed everybody else in 2 seconds.
We need a good fight scene.
I know he did, and it was awesome. And I
It was a
love
good
that.
fight scene.
I
It was
love
a
that
good fight
Akmal's just like cut him loose and just said, "Go get him. Go get your boy. Just let him loose in there."
That was I did
your
not
thing,
see
Tiger.
that coming. I did not see that coming. It was so good. I was
It was
like,
good.
Akmal went rogue. It was awesome.
And I was like, I thought for a second maybe Akmal's gonna join our side, but he just, I mean,
Yeah,
he's just
no,
too
no.
attached to Michael,
No,
and
no.
it was just too much.
Michael's his guy.
Yeah. So you like the fight scene then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So speaking of Michael saying he's Amir now,
Yeah.
when he goes, kill as many Americans as possible.
Oh yeah, I knew you were gonna bring this
So
up.
then I'm like, all the Americans come down there. I was like, well, so far 0. You guys
They
got
injured
nothing.
one guy, but he looked like he was gonna be okay.
I was
And
like, you
and
guys got nothing.
And it wasn't even a named character.
No.
They actually did shoot Bear in the back. It looked like, but he said it hit his plate, so he
No,
wasn't
no.
even injured at all.
When I tell you, I almost lost my ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because it looked like Bear got shot in the back of the head,
Yes.
and
Right.
I was like, no,
Right.
and then I was like, oh, okay.
He almost became a wounded bear. You would have been very upset.
I was like, no, not my big bear.
Not her big bear.
I
Do you see how
love
she
my
talks
big
about him,
bear.
Nadine? Do you see
I
how
love
she
my
loves him
big
so much?
bear.
Look,
I
she's
love him.
consoling you that you like him
I
that
love
much.
him. I really love him. They're
That's
like
really cute.
Listen, they're like he's a good, wholesome Christian man. You
We're
know.
gonna do a video after this, and
Yeah.
we're gonna send it to him.
Oh my god, I just got so hyped right now.
Oh my god.
I love him.
I mean, my crush is on the show, and I'm keeping it cool. Imagine if Bear
No.
was here. What would you
If
do?
Bear
You'd be
was here,
sitting
I
right
wouldn't-
next to him. He'd be right there.
It'd be very
Oh
cute.
my god, see,
Would you hold hands the whole time?
Listen, light
If
skin
he let you?
problems. This is light skin problems because if he was here, I'd be blushing to like the whole next level.
Jeez.
Ooh, that'd be a moment where I wish I was really dark skinned.
That's really funny.
I can't even keep it together just at the thought of him being here.
So Michael's the boss now. Sally, you into that at all? You like pumped that he's
Listen,
the boss? Like you're like,
listen, shout outs
whoa,
to
my
Dominic.
man, my man's the boss now. My
Shout-
second man. Her other crush is Dominic. Sorry, Nadine. We
Listen,
should
shout
inform
outs
you.
to Dominic.
Nobody's like crushing on Mutaki.
No.
Wait, what?
Mutaki's a handsome man.
Wait,
Is he?
Yeah.
I know. Come on. Are you being serious
you
right
re-
now?
I'm
Is she
being-
joking?
I'm not joking. Don't you?
Wait,
why
are you-
guys laughing?
Because I don't think you find him attractive, Sally.
Girl, if Mutaki walked in here right now,
I
you
gotta
would be
Google
like,
a picture of him. And
His
see,
name
like,
sounds too much like Bukkake, and I can't get into that.
That's because you see him as a terrorist.
Yes.
But he is an actor.
She
who
loves
happens
Michael,
to be
and he's
Wait,
really
wait,
bad.
good
wait, wait.
looking.
Hold up.
Michael's really bad, and she loves
Can
him.
you Google him?
Yeah, let's.
I'm Googling him right now.
I need
No,
to
I
Google
saw
what
him.
does he
Google
look
him.
like? What does he
So
look
you're,
like?
so you're saying in real life as just
Yes.
himself?
Yes.
Not they did him up ugly, is what you're saying.
They didn't do him up.
They
They
He's
didn't
still
do
good
him up
looking
ugly,
and,
but I mean, all right. We're checking out.
Anyway,
we're
I
looking it
just-
up right now.
We don't need to spend this much time on it. It was just a point that I was making.
I'm not talking until we look him up. So no.
Oh,
I'm invested now. I'm
My
invested now.
connection stopped.
yeah.
My internet connection died.
Oh.
I forget
I
his
will
last
say-
name.
I
Anybody
will
know his
say
last
this
name?
though, out of the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
In this episode, I was most invested in Akmal.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Listen, shout out to Zeke. I listen. It was like suspense for me. Like, okay, good. Although they're on the bad side, I don't want Akmal to die. I don't want him
Yeah,
to die.
yeah.
And then he gets shot, and then I'm like,
He didn't even care at that point. Once he
This-
got shot, he just kept going. He's like, "This is it. I'm
this
done."
season
He was over
finale
it.
just took me through. I'm surprised that like my blood pressure isn't through the roof right now because it was a
Yeah.
lot.
It was
There
a
was
great
too
one.
much going on.
Yeah, I love when Rip like pretended to give himself up and he just chucked that grenade at him. He was like,
Oh my god. It
He's
was-
a badass. He's the.
was good.
He's a. I mean, he has no armor on, nothing.
Nah.
He's just in like a tank top. I didn't even know. He almost looked like Bruce Willis from like Die Hard. He had like no
Yeah.
shoes on. He's just running around doing his thing.
then-
And they both have really bad hairlines, so it's like.
And
Boom.
Naomi's
And then in
like,
10 years, I'm gonna join him with that hairline, so I'm right there with him.
Listen.
I'm coming in hot.
all I know is Naomi says she ain't going nowhere without her man.
Oh yeah, I want
right.
to talk about that.
She says she ain't going nowhere. She's like, right behind us, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You're coming too. Like, what's going on? So, like you were talking about on the cast parties, how you love watching like your colleagues, but tell me for this episode, because it's so intense. Like, what was it like you watching the escape scene, like seeing all of that? What were you going through? Because I know I was going through a lot.
It's just really exciting because we, like I said, we share it together and we're watching each other's work and we're rooting for each other, but we also genuinely love the show and think it's so well done. We had Alex Graves, who's directed Game of Thrones, so we had like an epic director, and his shots were awesome, and you could just feel everything. And we were just like high vibration. It was fun. I mean, I would not have wanted to watch that alone.
One of my favorite relationships on the show is between Rip and Naomi. And did you guys notice those like eyes? They were looking at each other. Like he was leaving on the
On the
helicopter, and they just
helicopter.
couldn't stop staring. I got like those love chills through my whole body. I was loving every second of it. Did you think they were gonna get together, Nadine, throughout the season? Do you think they would get like? I wanted a kiss. They didn't even kiss.
Did I think
I wanted
they were
like a
gonna
hug,
get
like even a
together?
side hug. A side hug, I would
I
have
never
accepted
thought that.
that.
They were gonna get together, but I heard about the choices that they were making. So
Right.
So a lot of it was written so that there was a bond between them, but the decision to really make it connected the way that they did, especially, I don't remember if you remember 2 episodes ago where he kissed her forehead and she
Oh
was
yeah.
embraced.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't sleep that night. I
That
was
was
thinking about
not
it so much.
written. That was not written. Lay on his lap and kiss her forehead.
Right,
You know,
right.
some people would have made the choice to just be like,
No.
you know, a little
yeah.
rest on the head, but they intertwined it.
Very
and,
invested,
and
yeah.
that was a decision they made together.
Right.
So Walt and her decided, we're gonna make this like Romeo and Juliet. We're gonna make this like I'm your husband, you're my bride, and we're going to raise the stakes. So anything that makes people like, you know, feel that subconscious feeling of like I don't want to lose you. We're gonna make that like an action.
So good. So good
I
as an
love
actor.
that.
My moment, like my tearjerker was the moment between Bear and Naomi. Like,
Yeah, you
it
did.
was
Yeah,
just
you really
so,
did react to that.
Oh, like,
Yes.
Nandu, she's just,
she's so
she's
good in
just
that
so
episode.
good, and like I could feel her pain and her need to make sure he's all right and to get this message to him, and then
Yeah.
Bear was just like, okay, yeah, I'll let him know.
And
but-
they've never met before. I mean, he doesn't know her from a hole in the wall, but it's
I
she's
really
that.
feel like it flew over his head. Like he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
took it as like, you know, she's a hostage that's just really thankful for the
Yeah.
Navy SEALs. Like he's not even thinking about whatever connection it is that they had, but it was just such a really beautiful moment. And that embrace and that hug of like the soldier who saves people and that moment, like there was just so many layers in that moment. And it really like hit me as a fan of the show. Like I was
Yeah.
just like, I was there.
I'm telling you. All right, I'm gonna play Chase. You're gonna play Coddler real quick. I'm Chase. You're Coddler. Ready? Shoot him. That was the line.
I already did.
My God! What?
It was intense. It was intense.
Good improv, by the way.
Yeah,
Way
yeah.
to know. I didn't tell you I was gonna do that.
But
That was a crazy scene.
But you notice how I took a long pause. He took a long pause too.
She did everything. She
You
did the
know,
stage direction.
Like, Calder took a
Hmm.
lot. He had to think about it because Michael was like, "You were there,
Yeah.
my brother."
Look at this. She's
Right.
gonna act the
You
whole
know,
thing
like,
out.
yeah.
She's act the whole show out for everyone.
You know,
right now.
like
Yeah.
it was that thing, and then Calder thought about it, and he was like, and I was so shocked and surprised at Chase because Chase is usually the good one.
That was a weird line for Chase to say.
I wouldn't say weird because
To me, it was.
It wasn't weird. What? Tell him why.
He
it
drives
wasn't
a
weird.
seafoam
Weird
green
because
Prius.
this is a guy who's like, look what he's created and what he could potentially create. Like he's a terrorist and he's
Oh,
going
because
to
he did
recap-
get the disc and stuff.
just
yeah, yeah.
finish him, like finish
Yeah.
this guy. It just came from a place of like,
Yeah.
And
finally Chase is in the boys club. Because remember, when he first got on, he's like an outsider. He doesn't know all the info. He doesn't know what's going on. Now
Yeah.
he's in the boys club. And I think that this makes sense for the arc of his character. That now it's like, yeah, man, shoot that guy. Like, get rid of him.
yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of a thing. Like, man, Chase
wait,
is
because he also told his dad, remember?
Yeah.
He said, I will shoot and I'll shoot
Yeah,
again. I
and
killed
Chase
somebody and I will
Chase was
kill
sharp
again.
shooting everybody in that. He was the
Oh,
best.
he was-
He saved Bear's life at one point. He saved someone else. He was taking out every
Chase
guy
was-
that almost killed a
Chase was
SEAL.
on it. Black rifles matter.
Yeah, he was on it.
He
was on it.
on it.
You know, maybe it's because I met Edwin last week and he was so sweet. I just can't believe that his character would say, that might be why.
Listen.
He was a nice guy.
Listen,
You have a crush on him too now? God, I'm
oh
sorry,
my
Nadine.
God.
I'm sorry you have to hear all about
It's
these
okay.
crushes. I'm so
No,
sorry
Fine,
about
it's
this.
cute. It's so adorable.
It's adorable.
Listen, Edwin's a nice guy, and I found out he's like part Dominican, so he's family
Yeah.
now. So
He's family now, right?
I didn't know that.
yeah, he got some Dominican in his family. I was like,
Weren't you guys texting earlier?
I was texting him and Nandu.
That's when I was like looking over her shoulder.
I
She
text
didn't know
both
I
of
looked,
them.
but I was spying on her text.
He's
That's a lie. She showed me, but it's still funnier if I say it the other way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I spy on her texts all the time. I see all her texts. It's crazy. She has no idea that I look.
Oh, spooky.
See, this is what I'm telling you. This is what I deal with every week. That's what I
That's
deal
what you do
with
with every week.
Every week.
Lena left a note. That's
Oh
great.
my god.
Yes.
And I knew it.
I'm going
Right
to say
when-
goodbye to you guys.
Oh, she's over
I
there.
don't want to bore you anymore. Mwah. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
So, adios. So, yeah. So, like, and I knew that there was going to be a note there.
You
They
think
had
so?
that. Well, they had the wide shot of him going. I knew no one was going to be. I knew she
Right.
wasn't home, and I knew there. The other thing I was thinking was, is she going to be upstairs with someone else? I'm like, she wouldn't do that though. No way in hell.
No.
So the only thing
Can I interject? So I had a
Sure.
friend of mine there. My friend Susie watches the show from the beginning, and she hasn't gone to one of the cast parties. So she was sitting there, and she watches it, and Lena, Brienne was there, plays Lena. We're all watching it, and that very moment when he came, she was like talking out loud. She's, don't tell me she's not gonna be there. Don't tell me she's not gonna be
Yeah,
there.
I mean-
and then she was like, that note better say you're at Trader Joe's or something,
Yeah.
and you're about to come back. Like, it was so funny.
But
So,
that's what a
yes.
good show like this does to you. Is you
Right.
start talking out loud, and you start you want certain things to happen with these characters, but you don't always
Yeah.
get your way when you watch these type of shows.
I was so engaged, and I was like, Gloria, darn Gloria. She put
I-
the seed. She planted the
Right.
seed in her mind about, listen, get
Right.
out.
Right.
And I think that when Bear finally confessed to her like what was going on, and then he left, and it was just all piling up, and then she heard Gloria's voice,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
and that's why she wrote that note. And I
Sally,
right.
now I thought you'd be happy about this note because now Bear is available,
see,
possibly.
this is what I'm talking about. I do not covet no one's husband, and I'm not happy or praising
Yeah.
when a marriage gets broken up.
Exactly.
I am team Lena and Bear all day. The Christian couple, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
Season 2, please get them back together.
They'll
Like-
get back together.
Like I cannot handle this. I
They
just
have
cannot.
to. It's like Saved by the Bell, right? You have Zach and Kelly. You got to break them up
You
and have her
gotta-
date someone else. You got to keep people interested. They're gonna get back together. And they're gonna have a baby. Spoiler alert.
Think?
That's his prediction
You
for season
think?
2.
Al?
I mean, this show has already like broken some of your
Some of my hearts.
expectations. Yeah.
Yes.
Or assumptions.
Yes.
So it could go another way.
So tell me why Jackie. 'Cause I get it, you guys are all like a family, right? But in my mind, a part of me was thinking like when Lena tells Bear like, not now, let's not talk about this here. Like, I came to see my friends, and I'm like,
Right.
Ma'am, these wouldn't even be your friends if you weren't his wife. So you left him.
Oh,
what are you doing here? Like, no disrespect, I'm team girls all day, but I feel
know.
like, girl.
Well, I wrote down a quote here.
This
I
is
wrote.
a moment for him and his boys, and you left him, and then you're gonna show up and just
Well,
rub it in his face.
I wrote.
It was a bit harsh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like because all your friends came back from this battle, but he did too. Like
Yeah.
you came for all of them. I thought the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
But it's not Lena's fault.
No, but did
If-
Jackie call her, invite her? Did Jackie do that? Did
Once
you?
Oh,
again-
you
once
messed it
again,
up.
let's not forget this is a TV show.
Did Jackie say?
It's not for real.
Agreed, but like I
I'm
said with
asking
the
your
umbrella
character,
thing,
not
people
Nadine.
think it's real. I mean,
Okay.
people want it to be real.
Not Nadine, but did Jackie say, "Hey,
Yes.
girl, come over"?
Yes, Jackie.
Can we
Jackie
recreate the phone
called-
conversation?
Let's
Yeah. What did that?
Yeah,
Give us the behind
you
the
be
scenes.
Lena and you be
This is
Jackie.
the outtake. This is the outtake. So call me.
Yeah,
Call me.
okay. Oh, let me be
Call
the phone.
me.
Ring.
Lena.
Hello.
Ring.
Hello.
So Bear made it. He's alive.
Okay.
Your man is alive.
I know how important it was to him, so this is really good. Okay, all right.
Okay, so you have to. I know you're gonna pretend like you don't care, but you're really excited. There's a party. You should show your face,
you think I should come?
girl. You know you should come,
But I mean, he's gonna be there, and like I left.
but you really want to see him. You just have to act like you don't want to see him.
Okay.
So just act like you don't want to see him, but you know you want to see him.
All right. What should I bring?
Nothing. Just bring yourself.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there.
I'm so
And that's how it
invested.
went.
I'm so invested. Look, I sat back.
That was awesome.
I'm
That's
so
how-
invested
That
in
was
this
awesome.
scene.
That was awesome.
Oh my god. It felt it
Thank
felt
you.
real to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
It
Thank you.
felt it was like live theater in front of me.
We did that.
Oh snap, Lena showed up. High school drama. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah, I mean, it really
Like that's
felt.
what it felt like. I was like, oh, high school, all
It
over.
felt like
And they're
high
high
school.
school like sweethearts. So I was like,
Yes,
oh, here
very
we
true.
go.
Yeah.
So that's what.
Good observation.
That's how. Yeah. She's like, that's your first one of the night, Dan. So first good observation. All right, let's get into more
So,
fun.
Why didn't my thing is then Bear goes in the kitchen and he's like, you know, Buddha's like, so how did it go? And then he's like,
So how did it go?
how did it go?
How did it
And-
go?
And he's like, ooh, it went all right, you know, it's all right. And then Rip's just sitting in the car. He won't even come out.
Well,
like,
before we get to that, you don't think, because she thinks that bad things are going to happen with Lena and Bear. I really think that they're going to get back together.
I do too.
Okay. Jeez, I thought I was the only
I didn't
one.
think. I didn't say I think that. I'm just saying
Nadine.
it's a show that make room for things to happen that you don't necessarily expect to happen.
You're breaking my heart in so many ways tonight. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Yeah.
some of my-
Let's rip his some of your Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I mean, non-brand cola.
Yes, my sody pop.
Sody pop. Is that what they? Yeah. It's just sody
You want
pop.
some pop?
Rip's sitting in the car.
Rip is sitting in the car.
He gets offered guacamole.
And he doesn't come into the party.
He turns it down because he'd rather go and get in trouble with
And the moral of the story
Marissa.
is
He should have went to
Let's
the party.
eat guacamole.
Exactly.
He should have went to the party. But I think
Jackie's
Taking the
guacamole is the best.
guacamole.
They mention it like 3 times how great your guacamole
Yeah.
is, by the way.
Thank you.
So why wouldn't Rip go
do you
and
make
just eat
guacamole
guac?
in real life?
You know,
In real life, do you
I like that you threw the real life.
because we have to separate.
Does Nadine
Does
make
Nadine?
and eat guacamole?
I eat guacamole, but I do not
Make it.
make guacamole.
Got
I would
it,
love
got
to. I mean, I guess if it came in a blue apron, because I can't cook for the life of me.
What, you got, like, an
it is
avocado in
already-
there? What
Unless
else in
it
there?
all comes prepared,
Not
then I
to be
can cook.
stereotypical, pero que Latina, you don't
I
cook?
know, and I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I don't cook.
That's okay.
But I cook Bluetooth. I cook Blue Apron.
You've cooked a Bluetooth before? How did that
Okay,
go?
hurry, hurry. Let's just jump on that joke.
Hardcore.
But I think it started for Rip in the diner. You know, when the folks came up to him and they're like,
I
don't
took care-
care what
yeah.
no one says.
Right.
Good job for shooting that raghead. And I was like, oh.
And did the guy say he also already paid his bill and then Rip still put the money
Put
down?
the money
I was
down.
like, that's badass
Because,
too.
listen, the first episode, the pilot, my prediction for Rip
Yeah.
all day was Rip is on a road to redemption.
For sure.
And honestly, it came full circle in this episode. Like, seeing him respond to Bear, like, non-verbally about him feeling like there was truth to what Michael said. The scene at the diner, the scene with Buddha in the car, like, all of it were just moments. Even with Calder, where he's like, yeah, I'd love to come by the beach house. You know, like,
Yeah.
he's finally come to his road of redemption. You know, like, it was beautiful to watch. Like, I'm so glad that he came to this place of, like, rising above all that he had been through. And it goes to show that throughout war, throughout the trauma, that you can come back to your humanity.
What was
I
up with
love that. I like you for
thank
these reviews. You're amazing at them.
well,
you got it down.
She does have it down. She's the best.
She does.
What's up with the Rip and Bear thing? He doesn't even respond when he asks if he meant what he said in those videos. Like, so I don't get it. Did he mean what he said? I thought he was just written by Michael, so he didn't mean it. He was just saying it.
I mean, I had the same thought. I think it's something that you have to
Interpret?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the implication is that he probably did mean it.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's what I mean, that it was like that non-verbal communication, confirmation of his turnaround as a character. Because even right after, when Calder comes in, he's like, you were right about Afghanistan. You know? So
Right.
yeah, that to me, the non-verbal, even if you were confused in that moment, right after that, you got the confirmation of how he felt by him saying, you were right.
Yeah, and Codler and his daughter make up, which I thought was great.
I
and
love that.
They seem to have somewhat of a happy ending for now. They seem to be okay with each other. But then Codler's like back to his old ways where he starts hitting on gilfs and stuff. Like he hits on your mom. He wants to. He's like suggestive that he wants to go after your mother. Did you caught that part or at the cookout? Did you catch that part?
I caught it.
Okay.
I did,
thought we were
but I
going
had
crazy.
a different interpretation of it too.
Oh, what was your interpretation? I'd love
Just
to hear
more
it.
that he's giving Ricky.
Just give him a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's part of the joke because they all know how much grife the mother-in-law
Exactly.
gives him.
Gives
And
it-
they
oh,
also
that's
know
funny. I like
they
that,
also
yeah.
know that he is a playboy, so to mess with him, like
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at
Right.
Yeah, I'm about
But
to
then
go.
he said the daughter's gonna start calling you dad soon, so you
Right.
gotta
You
smarten
gotta
up.
chill out,
you gotta
chill
chill
out.
chill out. Is
Chill
right.
out. So that's gonna be interesting for season 2 for your storyline when they do come back home, like seeing the dynamic with your mom there, and like that's gonna be. I can't wait to see those scenes.
I know.
I hope that they keep
or
the
even
mom
the
around.
story for second season. Like I'm dying to know this right now.
Yeah, let's get into that about Marissa from Oregon or Oregon. What do you prefer?
Oh, Marissa.
That was, I mean, we had throughout the season, we
Yes.
slowly, and it was so like
Subtle. So
subtle, where like
subtle.
you kind of would forget about like what is this computer thing that Michael keeps doing and
Yeah.
who's he trying to recruit, some random like 21-year-old girl or 18-year-old girl? Like
Yeah.
I forgot about it because there's so much
Yeah.
other action happening.
Did you know that it was her right away or not?
When I saw the person walk up, I immediately thought it was his Gloria, possibly, maybe, right? His ex-wife.
Well, yeah, because it was blurry.
You don't know. And then when I saw her, I knew it wasn't Gloria. But I just thought maybe it was going to be I knew it was going to end in a cliffhanger, but I thought it might have just been a fan of him because everyone who's talked about it in the news, they said that Ricky, the president, talked about it. I mean, if the president's talking about something, the whole world knows. So I thought it was a fan at first.
Well, the moment I didn't know who she was at first, but the moment she said her name, I already knew. The moment she said her name,
She says
her name.
Marissa, but that's like right as she's shooting him. No, yeah, I thought it was after.
Oh, after she shoots.
Yeah.
But well,
So you guys didn't think that he was in trouble when he turned around?
I knew. Okay, I
Didn't feel the little heebie-jeebies?
Thought it was Nandu.
you thought it was Nandu. That's a good one.
We have a studio audience today, everyone. So just yeah.
Like,
they're
did
jumping
you
in.
guys see the
No, you're
OA?
good.
Have you guys seen the OA?
Yeah, oh,
Yes,
yeah,
the
yeah,
OA,
love the
yes.
OA.
So
Yes.
remember when he's taking her down, when he brings her to his house? Did you ever feel the heebie-jeebies with
Yes,
the guy?
yes.
Even
Well,
before
sure did.
before it was revealed?
Definitely
Yes.
with him, but there was
Yes.
also they had a long conversation after the subway. We're talking about a whole other show now, but yeah, they had a long conversation after that subway scene where he meets her.
So I
there.
guess I'm saying was there ever a point where you felt a little bit of
Dark
this-
on a pier at
yes.
night, sure, I guess, but
that
not
something
really.
could go wrong?
I knew that there was gonna be a cliffhanger, and I
You
should have
know,
realized it. So yes,
honestly, I
messed-
guess because Rip finally came to this place of peace and happiness.
So let's kill him off now? It's like, ah!
We were hoping for goodness coming. Like,
Right.
yeah, either
Okay.
the ex-wife or Nandu somehow got a visa and came into the country.
I like that.
You know, like-
That'd have been cool if that was
you know, like,
Nandu for sure.
There was like
I'm sorry,
all
not
these-
Miss Naomi.
there were all these like good vibes. I was hoping. I guess if I was thinking from a pessimistic point of view, yeah, of course.
Yes, but they had you going.
They
with
had me going on the
positivity. Yes.
Rip's a new man.
You knew how it ended, so you weren't.
Yes.
So you weren't. Yeah. So you can't jump
Well,
over
I
that.
will say that the ending was kept from us for a long time.
Oh, okay.
So when we shot it, when they gave us the last script, they didn't put that in.
Wow.
Because they didn't want anyone to leak it, especially to the crew, or it was very hush hush.
Ooh.
And they shot it with a private
with a closed
Crew.
set.
yeah.
Crew. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
Did
know
you
that.
So when did you
So
find out?
when did you find out?
I found out. Well, I mean, I'm in a relationship with the technical advisor on the show.
Oh
so
well, there you go.
Must be nice.
but he kept it from
There
me
you
too.
go.
Are there any
kept it from
female
me,
technical
too.
advisors that I can get so I can know for season 2? What the hell, man?
Well, I'm in a relationship.
So you're telling me he leaked the information to you?
No, I mean, he kept it.
He kept it from
He
her.
kept it tight too for a bit, and I was like, I gotta have some perks in this relationship. Like, there's
I was gonna
things
say I want to
need
ask.
to know.
I want to ask how you got it out of him, but
And
we
it
won't
was-
get into
we
that.
won't get.
Oh, no.
She hates my jokes. It's okay.
No, your jokes are hilarious.
They're awful. All right. Anyways, yeah, I have do you anything else you want to talk about with Marissa before we get into like predictions? And I have also some more fun questions for her as well.
Well, for me, Marissa was one of those moments where it was like, wow, you realize how much power people who do the recruiting have.
She's brainwashed.
In
a way.
And what Michael was able to do past, because he's gone, right?
Yeah.
We don't know where he is.
We don't know where he's
But
alive.
in the sense of
He's
he's
coming
gone
back.
in the sense of he's not active, he's not on the network, still working with people. He's now MIA, but the impact that he's had on
it's
this
still
young woman
gonna keep rolling.
was so impactful
Yes.
that after she found out that Rip had been brought back home because it was all over the news, she took it upon herself to say, you know what, sign me up for this one.
Yeah.
This is the one I want to do because I want to do it for him. That was just, it was such a great choice for it to be her. The writing is just so witty
Yes.
and it's just so brilliant in that way because it's like, they could have chose anyone to shoot Rip, but they chose her, which... yes.
It just shows they were planning it like the whole time
Yeah, it was
throughout
like-
this. They knew what they were doing. Rip, dead or alive? Question for both you ladies. Oh no, say what you got. No, you're more important than me. Go for
No,
it.
you go.
Well, I
This is
already
your
asked.
show.
So are we predictions? Is this where we're at?
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
I
Nadine.
will after you.
I was it Rip, dead or alive? Yes or no? Dead or alive? Dead
alive,
or alive?
alive. Rip is alive.
Rip is alive or dead?
I can't say.
Oh, you know then.
I can't say.
But you don't know though, right? So you could say.
I kind of know.
Oh! She
The
gets
perks of the
the TA.
relationship.
It's the TA
perks of
told
the-
her. The TA told you.
She got the perks.
Did he tell you?
She got the perks.
Did he really tell you?
She got the perks.
He told her. That's who. He had to be the one that told her,
I
Sally,
mean,
right?
She can't say that either.
But we all know that he did. God, he told you. I love this. I'm liking you more and more. Like, come on, right? Like, this is getting good now. He told her.
Listen, I don't know.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna look this guy up
So
and I'm
what do
gonna
you think?
hit him
Dead
up on
or alive?
Instagram. and be like, he's alive.
He's alive.
Because I'm such a hopeless romantic, and him and Naomi are getting married in season 2. More predictions.
That is funny. I
your
love your
prediction-
like body language.
Your prediction is they're gonna get married. I mean, they haven't even.
Hey, I
first
don't
of
like to
all-
sit on the fence. So yes.
First of all, you have said many times they've been
God.
on the longest first date ever.
I did say that.
Their first date is over. Now they actually need to
no.
go on a proper date and actually have a kiss.
Yeah.
Like, don't you want to kiss your bride before they tell you kiss the bride? Like,
Well, obviously that's gonna all happen before the marriage. I'm just being very hopeful here.
I love it.
Great. All right. Did you say what you were gonna say?
Yes,
before
I was gonna say the moment when Michael has Rip and he's about to take him out.
What
Those
about?
seconds. What did you guys think there?
Oh,
about
you're
how
right.
that was
I
done?
didn't think he was gonna shoot
When
him.
he grabbed him and threw him
yeah,
down. What'd you
like he
think?
couldn't go through with it, which was so crazy. But
Do you-
it's like,
well, he did get shot though. He might have gone through.
But
with
he
it.
was gonna go through with it.
You think so?
I think there was that pause, like that moment where they were like,
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he could have.
but he was.
Yeah.
His whole intention was to do it.
Yeah.
he wanted to take.
He
him down.
wanted to.
He
This
needed.
man-
He was going to. I feel like it was his duty to do
this
that.
man killed his brother.
Right.
This is what he's been waiting for this whole time. But I think what happened was, remember that scene in the cell where he was like, "We're the same."
Yeah.
Where they had that
Yeah.
moment. I think when he was finally going to kill him, he realized, man, I'm looking at myself, and if I kill him, then I really am just like him. You know?
Season 2, Michael's redemption. Spoiler alert.
No, I
Now
like
Michael
that.
gets a redemption.
Now Michael
Rip
has a
got
road
his
to
redemption. Now Michael
you know
gets
what?
his.
I believe in that, Dan. I stand by you on that one. You know why?
all right.
Because Michael has been on the fence about possibly not knowing, like he's been alluding to not knowing if he wants to follow this regime and do this thing. So who knows? He might want to come back to the American side. in
Question
season
for
2.
you guys:
Ooh, all right.
I like this.
What would you want to happen next season?
Oh, well, okay. So,
You could have it your way.
Ooh,
oh
have
well,
it my way.
Marissa says who's next, right? She says
Oh,
that.
yeah,
So,
she does say that.
in theory, I want to see her try to go after each individual SEAL in like their personal life because I assume that's how she would do it because she's a person. She can just walk next to somebody and be unknown. So I want to see that aspect of it. But the main thing I want to see is the non-war stuff, the family stuff, how they deal with the fact that the SEALs are, because they did that this season. But I love your relationship with Buddha. I love Lena's relationship with Bear, even though it's on the rocks right now. But we want to see how they're the Zach and Kelly right now. We want to see how that
Yeah.
works out.
Yeah.
So that's what go for it, Sally. You'll be more well spoken than me.
What I want to see is more of Chase's backstory, like the fact that his parents were part of the civil rights movement and all of that. So I want to see that. I definitely want to see Naomi and Rip reunited in some kind of way,
Oh,
not
yeah.
necessarily like
Yeah.
the married thing. We're going a little overboard.
I want to see Michael and Rip reunited as well.
But I want
That's fun.
I want to see like what it would be like for them to see each other as civilians as opposed to like in war.
That'd be great.
I want to see where Michael is, and what his thoughts are now after all of this. Is he like getting tortured in a cell somewhere? I want to see Calder actually be a dad. Like I want him to like grow
Try.
up. Yeah, I want him to grow up. Like I want to see Calder's storyline get to a
Evolve.
place where he evolves and grows up. Everyone else I already love, so keep them coming. But those are like certain things that I want more.
What
of.
about Jackie and Ricky?
I said I want to
Oh,
see.
yeah,
we want what was going to happen with them. You're not going to get pregnant. I don't see that happening. You already have 2 kids.
And no, her mom lives in the house now. Forget about it. She
Yeah?
ain't getting nookie all the time no more.
Well, they just got to be quiet. They got to do one of those like quiet nights.
Quiet Nikki.
Yeah. Well, they already have 2 kids. They have to be quiet for the kids in general, anyways.
Oh, that's true.
Where's the mom sleeping, by the way, Jack? Where's
We got extra room in the back.
extra room, Jackie? Thank you. Jackie knows.
extra room in
Jackie
the
knows
back?
her house layout.
She knows it very well.
Yeah. And was she complaining about like the couch being lumpy or something like that? Or is that in a different show I'm watching right now?
Did she?
I don't
think
know.
she had.
Yeah, she probably.
Did she?
Was she complaining about a lumpy sofa or a lumpy couch or something like that?
Well, she's sleeping in the other room on a couch.
The mom's just not satisfied.
No.
All right. I want to sing you a song,
Oh.
Nadine, if that's all right. And I want to see if it strikes a chord with you.
Yes.
And if not, then the thing I looked up online is completely wrong, and I'll be very disappointed.
Oh, Lord.
But we'll have a good laugh about it. I don't even have to look down. I know the song.
Okay.
Every time I turn around, I see the girl that turns my world around.
Her face is
Standing
priceless.
there. It's the best. Nothing?
I'm supposed to know that?
You don't know that theme song.
That's supposed to be.
I was told it was from your favorite show growing up because you idolized this person.
Oh.
Sally, do you know the show?
Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster. Now, was that a lie?
Whoa, I could not. That.
Th-
Maybe
I
it
didn't-
was the way you sang it.
I'm pretty sure I was spot on, so I don't know.
Maybe it's the way you sang it, but that's not
Let me start
my
from the
show.
Like if
beginning
you
of the song.
sang a Beyonce song right now, I probably wouldn't recognize it.
Hey, I just thought I'd go for it. So, Punky Brewster, I was told you were a big fan of Punky Brewster growing
I
up.
was. I wanted to be her.
You wanted to be her. You wanted her bed, the
Be
one that
her.
like fell, like she fell backwards in her bed all the time.
I just wanted to wear those socks. I wanted the dog. I wanted the story.
Well, you got a mini version of the
I
dog.
wanted
So.
the freckles. I wanted the.
You wanted the
I
freckles?
had the raspy voice.
Did you watch Punky Brewster?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. But now that you are all grown up, you do have
Do I
some.
still want to be Punky Brewster?
Yeah.
Do I want to be?
You have some grown-up stuff going on. Tell me what
Who
you
do I
have
wanna
going
be
on
now?
outside of the Six.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about
what's
that.
going on with the grown-up Punky Brewster?
Can I?
I still feel like an orphan.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so
I
sorry.
feel like an orphan.
What do you
so
have
sorry.
going on?
Well, I would like to endeavor into a more personal passion project called the Total Beauty Project. And that is
I signed up today, by the way.
don't do that yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm working it out.
Oh, okay,
with
I
my
was
web
like-
designer.
Thank
right
God,
now.
I didn't sign
Don't
up
do
yet.
that yet.
I was
I
like,
didn't sign up yet.
But it's right now I'm working with the Brotherhood Crusade, which is an organization that helps inner city kids, and they asked me to create a curriculum for their girls because they're mostly focusing on the guys. And I said, oh my God, I love women, I love girls, I love mothers, daughters, anything that has to do with empowering women of all ages, and particularly in the subject of self-love and self-esteem, self-worth. So for me, as much as I love all like movements towards equality, humanity, and kindness, I find that women loving themselves is the most important thing. Like women understanding that they come first, that they have control over their thoughts, feelings, emotions, body, and honoring themselves fully exactly how they are is what is going to turn this planet around, because it comes from that feminine spirit. And if you're not intact with yourself, your families are not intact, your communities are not intact. So being able to empower women to find their own beauty, to then be able to see and recognize beauty in another woman, who will then see a beauty in another woman, who will then beautify her family and her communities, is what I would like to have as my mission.
Where can people find more information about this or anything like that? You can
It's-
say it right to this camera here if you'd like.
Well, it's gonna be on my website.
Okay. You
I'm
wanna-
making a transition to just including it under the umbrella of my Nadine, and then because I think that's where people are finding me easiest.
Okay.
And then I will just begin to. It's a work in progress. It's not fully, it's not like up and running in all schools.
Okay.
It's under development. So I'm now working with Brotherhood Crusades. I'm going to work with their girls. I created a curriculum. It's 8 weeks, and it starts from what is the definition of beauty to what is stopping you from seeing yourself as worthy, to what is, you know, what's in your creative spirit, what are you feel like you're called to do for yourself, for your family, all the way to like a graduation that includes like a photo shoot and like, you know, seeing other people praise, you know, you for finding yourself.
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love that.
And then from there it'll become, and then I'm sitting on a panel for them as well with a whole bunch of girls where I'll be discussing this. So it's gonna develop itself into, I'm trying to figure out how to take it from that curriculum to it becoming for adults,
Right.
and like more mainstream. I don't know how to do that just yet, but I think it'll unfold.
Well, we'll all, you know, keep a lookout for that Total Beauty Project.
Yes.
With Miss Nadine over here.
Yay!
Yes. I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank my co-host Sally for an amazing 2 months here.
International Women's Day. We rocked it.
I'm honored.
Please,
to be
everyone,
here
stay
on
tuned for
this
season
day.
2 of
We'll be
6.
back.
Don't forget that. And my
yeah.
name is Daniel Lindgren. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Dan Lindgren. Also, Kiss and Tell Show for more of my comedy. Sally?
All things at Selly Hangout, and I'm on AfterBuzz, The Underground, and Jane the Virgin.
Nadine, you're up.
Yeah.
You can shout out your stuff one more time if you'd like. Instagram, Twitter.
Hi, Nadine Velazquez.
There you go.
Nadine Velazquez, VELAZQUEZ. I hope to see you there.
Thank you, everybody. AfterBuzz out.
Bye.
The views expressed herein are those of the
From
host.
executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.